Good morning, my awesome friends. I wanted to show you some cute little ATC that I'm busy making. So an ATC is an artist trading card for those of you who don't know. Anyway, they are quite dinky and I made it out of waste. So let me show you my process. Okay, I've made two and they really are cute. Very simple, obviously with a touch of metal tape. And there's another one with a touch of metal tape. So I wanted to show you what I used. This came from a Christmas gift and I really loved the pattern. You can see that there are some little marks here from where the staples were, but really that doesn't matter because you're not going to see it at the end of the day. So the first thing I want to show you is how I fussy cut my little pieces out, because there is a trick, and the best tip I can give you is to have a pair of very sharp little scissors, and then we're going to cut. Now, as you can see, I am cutting only in one direction, and here we go. I find this is the easiest way to cut when you have got something that is very intricate or lots of sharp edges, if you understand what I mean. And you turn your paper. You don't turn your scissors. Okay, so here we go. Much easier to do it this way. And this way. Than trying to turn it and cut in the corners. It's a bit awkward. So much cleaner fussy cutting this way. And then here. This big leaf. I hope you can see that I am actually in frame. Well, I'm sure you all had a very blessed Christmas time. We had quite a quiet house for a change. But now is the first day that I'm actually on my own in my craft room, and it's the 27th of December. So it's really nice to be back into the swing of things. So that's how you fussy cut the little bits and pieces out. I'm not going to do any more of the fussy cutting. I'm going to make an ATC. So a dear friend of mine gave me lots of this wonderful card, and I must admit I passed quite a bit of it on, and every month she just blesses me with more. So it just shows you when you share, you get back. What I did was I cut my card into little ATCs. So an ATC is 2.5 by 3.5 inches, or it is 6.5 centimeters by 9 centimeters. That is the standard size of an ATC, and I have been swapping quite a bit of ATC or artist trading cards starting from this year. Last year I didn't really do any. I did the tags, but this year it's going to be ATC year. Anyway, so let's have a look here at what we can do with this. There's some inspiration, and of course we have to have a little bit of metal tape. I'll crumple my tape up. I don't want to cover the whole thing with tape, so I'm going to cut a strip. You can see I'm not being very neat because it doesn't matter as long as we have a nice strip. There you go. And my blade. So I felt like doing some mixed media. Okay, before I stick the tape on, I did the first one without measuring anything, but the second one I do want to have a straighter line. So we will just or draw the little border on, so I have somewhere for it to guide me, and that I don't put the tape on skew, because that's what I did the last time. So here we go. There you go, just drawn a little border in white, and now I can tape it. As you can see, I do not pull the tape off the whole, or the backing off the whole piece of tape, just partially. And there you go, a nice guide to line it up. And this one. Okay. And this one. I don't have enough there. I'm trimming it just so that it's easier to work with the tape, and also making sure that I use the edge of the tape, not the cut edge, which is skew. So the edge of the tape on the line, which is nice and straight. There you go. Okay, turn that over, and then using sharp scissors or blade, I must admit I prefer the craft knife or your blade. We're going to trim it all the way around. And there's our lovely ATC with a metal tape border. Okay. So I'm using a piece of card just to protect my mat, and we are going to technique the little border a little bit. And for this one, I'm just going to scribble a pattern on the border. And once again, we do that on your metal tape so that you have somewhere for your ink to stick. Remember, if you don't do any techniquing on your tape, the ink will just wipe straight off. So we want to give the border some interest. The other thing that I'm trying to do today is obviously a little bit of mixed media, if that's what you call it. I mean, to me, mixed media is using paint and everything, and I'm not going to use that. But I also think in my mind that mixed media is really mixing up different techniques. So I don't know if you agree with me or not. And I see I didn't trim this very well. Can you see there? So I want to trim that better. So yes, do you agree that mixed media is basically using different techniques? Because something I would like to try in the new year is using paints. I've never really been confident with that. Okay, so using our fat Sharpie, the W10 or the M15, which is your bullet tip. You can see I'm not being very careful. I've gone over the edge a bit, but that's okay. Okay, there you go. And while I'm waiting for that to dry a bit, I just want to plan my tag. Play around until you see which way you like it. Yeah, that's quite sweet. Or should I do it that way? I kind of like it like that, and it can definitely overlap the edge there. It doesn't have to be within the frame. So here you can see I've planned my tag, but I have some blank spaces. And what I did was I took a little stamp that I had and my Stays On my Versamark stays on, and having a look there, it's sort of this corner and this corner. See, very untidy. Close that. Taking our nail buff, gently rub our frame that we've created. And you can see I'm deliberately sort of rubbing the ink onto the edge there. And I would actually like to give this also a bit of a smudged look. Okay. So there we've done that. And now to glue it. So let's remember how we had it. We had one like so, and one like so. And I'm using ordinary craft glue, nothing too fancy. There you go. And also trying today not to use color. And it's amazing how beautiful things can be without color. Okay. So as you can see, I didn't, oopsie, just remove that little bit of glue there. I didn't flatten everything. You can see the edges are slightly raised, and I think that looks really gorgeous. I'd be keen to hear what you think of my little ATCs made from waste and cardboard. I think they're too gorgeous. Anyway, hope you have a blessed few days of 2022, and may 2023 hold only love and laughter for everybody. Take care.